Inside the Lines is brought to you by Hendrick Honda of Charleston. When you buy a new or pre-owned vehicle, our Advantage program takes care of you for life. Make Hendrick Honda of Charleston your first choice for your next vehicle. Visit their showroom at 1478 Savannah Highway in Charleston or online at charlestonhonda.com. Welcome to Inside the Lines here on CFCSports.com. I'm Jeff McCarriger. We come to you from inside TD Arena. A lot to talk about, a lot of basketball, obviously, men's basketball and women's basketball. And the second half of the show, we will focus on volleyball. We'll bring in the head coach, Jason Kepner, for our one-on-one. How about the volleyball team this year? 23-5 during the regular season, 13-1 during conference play. They won their 13th consecutive regular season conference title, and they will actually host the CAA tournament at the North Charleston Convention Center. So a lot of volleyball to talk about in the second half of the show. We will start with men's basketball, where the guys lost this week to Miami, defending ACC champions. The Hurricanes very good again this year, and it's been a tough schedule, obviously, for the men as they had to open up against the third-ranked team in the country, Louisville. Had a nice win at home against Charlotte, lost to UNC Asheville, lost last night. And now the guys will host Furman, a former Southern Conference foe, on Saturday. Got a chance to catch up with the head coach, Doug Wojcik, to preview that matchup.
Yeah, Nico's doing a great job with him. Stephen Kroon, their point guard from a year ago, was a freshman. He is really, really good. Quick, fast, really terrific in transition. A lot of ball screens for him. He makes other players better. He's the straw that stirs their drink. And then kids that can shoot the basketball from the perimeter. But Stephen Kroon is the key for us on Saturday. We really got to guard him in transition and guard him off the ball screens and not let him get going.
Guys back in action on Saturday against their former Southern Conference foe, Furman. We'll be on the air with that game at 6 o'clock. You can catch the live stream right here on CFCSports.com, or Everett and I will have the call for you on radio on ESPN Radio 910. We'll switch from the men over to the women. Natasha Adair and her squad now 2-2 on the season. They had a very tough game against University of South Carolina right up the road in Columbia. Played very well, and then a nice bounce-back win. They were actually down double digits over the weekend against USC Upstate. Came all the way back to win that one, so a good win to get back to 500 at 2-2. And up next, Saturday at UNC Greensboro.
UNC Greensboro, again, a solid team led by two seniors, senior point guard and senior post. They're coming off of a good win, a team win against South Carolina State, who we'll see, down later in the month. But it's a team. I know Coach Palmer, and she was just an All-American at Virginia. Her team's going to compete. We're going to see transition offense. We're going to see just a gritty man-to-man defense, and those are just things that we're going to prepare for these next 4 days. But in preparing for any opponent, we know what they're going to do, and we try to scout and take certain things away, but it's about who we are. There are things coming out of this last game or these last two games that we need to perfect. But I'm excited for the opportunity to go back on the road again. We're road warriors and compete, and I think that, it's going to be a battle. Every game we're going to play right now is going to be a battle because the secret is out. Everyone respects the College of Charleston women's basketball program now, and we're going to get their best. And so we have to come out ready and prepared for it and fight to the finish.
CFC women on the road to take on UNCG this Saturday. Again, the men will be home actually on Saturday against Furman. If you're interested in tickets, make sure you give us a call. 953-CFC. That's 953-CFC. Or you can log on for more information at CFCSports.com. That wraps up the basketball half of the show. When we come back, we're going to talk a little volleyball. Again, the volleyball team finishes 23-5 in the season, 13-1 in conference play, their 13th consecutive regular season title. We will go one-on-one with Jason Kepner when we come back right here on Inside the Lines.
At Hendrick Honda of Charleston, you get our best price every day. When you buy a new or pre-owned vehicle, our Advantage program takes care of you for life. We offer a lifetime powertrain limited warranty, free towing and shuttle service, complimentary loaner cars, and paintless dent repair. Make Hendrick Honda of Charleston your first choice for your next vehicle. Visit us today at 1478 Savannah Highway in Charleston or online at charlestonhonda.com.
Welcome back to Inside the Lines from inside TD Arena. I'm Jeff McCarriger. Thanks for tuning in again this week. We will now talk volleyball. Just talked about the record for the volleyball team. A great season this year. And due to their 13-1 record in CAA play, they will actually host the CAA Volleyball Conference Tournament here in Charleston at the North Charleston Convention Center. If you're interested in tickets, we'll talk more about it here in just a minute, but you can give us a call at 953-CFC. That's 953-CFC, or log on to CFCsports.com. First round bye for the girls coming up in the tournament. Got a chance to catch up with the head coach, Jason Kepner, as we go one-on-one and review the season. Down here on the court inside TD Arena, talking with the head coach of the volleyball team, Jason Kepner. And Coach, thanks for joining us for our one-on-one segment. You're our victim today, but congratulations on a great season. You and I were just talking about this. 23-5 overall, 13-1 in conference play. A terrific season for you guys, obviously.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. The girls have done a great job all year, and I'm fortunate just to kind of come along for the ride when they're playing as well as they are. It makes my life a lot easier.
Now, it seems like I got a chance to watch them play a couple times this year, and I'll tell you what, whether the girls are down or they're up, you can't ever tell. They seem like they were having so much fun this year.
We have a very emotional group that provide a lot of energy on the sidelines and on the court. So it makes the environment fun for them to play in, and I think it allows them to pick it up a little bit when things aren't going well, because they always have the same energy and same emotion regardless of the outcome. And I think it allows them to be a little more successful because of the consistency that they provide on the floor. But it's definitely a fun environment to be in.
I'm sure, especially when you win 23 games and go 13-1 in conference play. And also, and I know you're being humble about this, but this is also, what, 13 consecutive conference regular season titles now for you guys?
Yeah, I was very fortunate to take over a successful program when I got here, and I always joke around that the thing that I didn't want to do was screw it up and be the coach that comes in after they win so many championships in a row and mess things up. And I was fortunate to, Sherry Dunbar left a great team that we were able to win both the regular season and the tournament championship in that first year, and we've been trying to maintain and keep that streak alive. But yeah, 13 championships is a lot, and it's a great testament to the alumni that have played here before and also the current team.
Let's talk about some of the players on this year's team. I guess let's just start with Darcy Dorton. What a year she's had, and again, just got the press release, I think yesterday, again, the CAA Offensive Player of the Week. I think it was her 4th award this year.
Yeah, Darcy's great. She's one of our most consistent players, and just does a nice job of taking a big load for us. She does a lot of the passing. She plays back row for us. She swings out of the back row along with the front row, and is a very emotional leader. And I think this year she doesn't have as many kills, which has been a nice thing for the team and for her. Take a little bit of load off of her from last year. But I think she's been more effective and hit for a higher percentage this year than she did in the past, which I think has made us a better team. But Darcy's a big part of this group and the success that we've had.
Obviously, Sloan White, another key part of that also for you this year.
Sloan is Sloan. She's been hitting the same hitting percentage and kills per game and everything for 3 years now. I think that she's probably been one of the players that has been most consistent from the day she arrived here in Charleston to today. I think she's never really lost a step from anything, kind of figuring out things her freshman year and to this point where she's the second leader in kills on our team and one of the highest hitting percentage. She does a great job for us.
You know, Coach, we had a chance earlier this year to sit down and go one-on-one with Kara Howley. She came here from University of South Carolina, so she's in the master's program, a great student here, obviously, a terrific person. And what a nice addition to have for your team. Good experience and good leadership.
Yeah, she was a huge bonus for us. She kind of made a decision late at what she was looking to do, whether she wanted to get an MBA or get her master's degree, and we were very fortunate to have her join us here. She's just an outstanding player and extremely consistent for us, and it definitely helped us run the offense that we're running. To have Sloan and Kara, both two of the top 3 hitting percentage people in the conference, always running a slide on the right side, definitely makes it hard to defend us as a team in all 6 rotations. So adding her has been a huge benefit, and she's just a great person and a great student, and always helps to add quality people to your team.
Right. You know, somebody else I want to talk about was Emily Nidifer. I tell you what, you talk about an energy. If you have not seen the College of Charleston volleyball team, you got to get out to the tournament. Emily is somebody. She is just fired up on the court, and I love watching her.
Yeah. I think she always makes me laugh. She provides so much energy, and sometimes that energy gets a little out of control while she does things. But you never want to try to have her do anything less than be herself out there, which is slapping the floor, sliding on the ground, cheering for every play, regardless of whether she does anything or someone else does something. She's just a great positive presence on that court, and again, probably one of the leaders of our emotional performances that we have out on the floor.
Well, again, the girls finished 23-5 overall, 13-1 in conference play, and now, Coach, here comes the CAA conference tournament. You get a chance to host it. 8 teams in the CAA, only the top 6 make the tournament, and you guys get a first-round bye. We'll host it up here in North Charleston.
Yeah, I think that the team's excited to have an opportunity to play here in Charleston, and we've tried to host a couple years in the past, and with the Southern Conference, and there's always some kind of issues with, we dropped to 4 teams the one year, and the number 1 seed hosted instead of the set location, and there was always kind of something that came up. And so this year we get an opportunity to host it and have it here in Charleston, not have to travel very far, and kind of set up a great venue up in North Charleston with the 2 courts, and we'll seat about 1,000 people. And so it should be a good event up there in North Charleston this weekend.
Well, Northeastern out of Boston is a team that you might see later on down the road. Let's talk about your potential first-round matchup, though. Again, College of Charleston will face the winner of Hofstra and James Madison. Break down that matchup for you.
They're 2 very good teams. The James Madison actually won both matches this year in 3, and I think both matches were actually 3-0. But Hofstra was around the same seed last year in the tournament. I think they were the 4 or 5 seed last year, and they ended up winning the championship. So they're a very dangerous team. They probably have one of the best players in the conference on the outside, who was the player of the year, or the tournament player of the year, whatever you want to call that, the CAA tournament MVP last year, and she's a great player from New Zealand. So she's very dangerous, and but both teams are extremely athletic and provide different matchups. One runs a 5-1, one runs a 6-2 like we do. And so they're 2 completely different teams that we've struggled with both at times. We went 5 with Hofstra up at their place, and we lost a game to JMU in both matches here in TD Arena and also at JMU. So both teams are very dangerous, and we need to be prepared for a good match in that first round for us.
Well, again, congratulations on the regular season. 23-5, 13-1 in conference play, and now 13 consecutive regular season titles for the volleyball team. Jason Kepner, thanks for your time.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Again, congratulations to Jason Kepner and the entire volleyball team. Terrific season. First round bye in the CAA tournament, which will be right up the road at the North Charleston Convention Center. If you're interested in tickets, 953-CFC. That's 953-CFC, or you can log on cfcsports.com for more information. The tickets are only $10 for adults, $5 for 17 and under, and free for students. We'll also be providing buses for students to head out to watch the volleyball team. So make sure, again, if you want more information, log on to cfcsports.com. That'll wrap up this week's episode of Inside the Lines. If you'd like to reach out to us anytime, you can hit us up on Twitter at CFC Video. That's at CFC Video. Or you can email us anytime, InsideTheLines13, InsideTheLines13 at gmail.com. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you again next week right here on Inside the Lines.